Hey y'all, and welcome to my kitchen. Today we're making Lone Star Cornish game hens. I'm Rhonda Morrison and we are filming for Shape Up Sugar Land's Healthy Mondays dining in section. And to start this, I'm going to start with my rub for my Cornish game hens. I already have some prepped, but I know how some people are about prepping Cornish game hens. They need a little help. So I'm going to help you out with that as well. I'm starting out with a quarter teaspoon of salt. Happens to me every now and then, y'all. Then I'm going to do a tablespoon of garlic powder and a tablespoon of chili powder right here in my mix. I got this chili powder at Whole Foods, y'all. It is delish. And y'all know I just love my chili powder. So I give that a little mix up, and that's what we're going to sprinkle on our Cornish game hens to start them off. I've already prepped 3 of them. This recipe calls for 4, and so I want to show y'all how I prep a Cornish game hen. I just go around the leg. We're going to take the skins off of these. So I'm going around each leg just to separate the skin so it comes off easier. And as I take the skin off, it's gonna come across some fat. And as you come across that fat, you want to cut that out as well. So as you peel back the skin, cut that off. I like to start with a slit down the middle because I'm going to slice this bird down the middle anyway. And this is going to give me a fabulous start. So I prepped my wings around the tips, and I prepped all around my legs. Look, right there, big pack of fat. I ain't putting that on my grill. I'm going to take that on off. I'm going to finish up this bird, and I'll see you back in a sec. So now that I got my Cornish game hen all naked, I'm going to go ahead and slice him right down the middle. Just cutting straight through those bones. The bones on a Cornish game hen are not as thick as a chicken, so cutting them in half are much easier. So you just take your 2 halves, lay them down over here, flip his leg on over. He's doing yoga in the pan. Then you take your seasoning that you mixed up. You're going to sprinkle that all over the top, just like that. I'm going to rub this seasoning into each half of this Cornish game hen. Then I'm going to put it on a medium-low heat on my grill. And when I do, I'm going to spray it with a little non-stick spray. It doesn't have the calories, but it'll give it that nice sheen that it needs. And then we need to make a basting sauce. Now that my chicken has been sprayed down and it's on the grill on a medium-low heat, I need to get my basting sauce ready because after 20 minutes, it's ready for the first slather. Let's get started with some of this chili powder. I'm going to do 1 teaspoon of that right there. And then I need in tablespoons the white balsamic vinegar, 2 of those. 1, 2, and we got a salad coming up. It's going to go great with this because I used white balsamic vinegar in my dressing too. Love it. So then I have half a cup of each my apple butter. Well, I'm using apple butter. You can also use apple jelly or you can use pepper jelly. But I got this from AgriLife Extension. I volunteer there, help them with the cooking camps for the kids and with the 4-H, teaching nutrition. Get that on in there. And they also have preserving and canning classes there. Love me my AgriLife Extension. It's just a wealth of knowledge here in Fort Bend County that you should take advantage of. So in here too is going to go 1/2 cup of chili sauce. And I'm making it ample because I grabbed the 1/3 cup as opposed to the 1/2 cup. Oh well, I know how to make do. So in that goes. We're going to baste our hens with this. Give it a stir. And those hens are going to be delectable. What do y'all say we make a scrumptious salad to go with our Cornish game hens? So I'm going to start off with just a salad mix, 5 ounces of that. I'm going to throw in some red bell pepper, 1 red bell pepper just cut into strips, about 3/4 of a cup of frozen kernel corn that is thawed, some red onion slivers, and that's going to be our salad. Now we need our dressing. This dressing is going to really tie this all in together, and we're going to need to toss it up. So let's grab those as well. First, I'm going to start off with the juice of a lime. Just like that. 1 and 2. You know I like a whole lime. Y'all know I like my lime to goodness, and this is going to complement this meal phenomenally. Just love it. So we're done with that. Let's get a little bit of white balsamic vinaigrette. Y'all know I love that too. Let's get 2 tablespoons, and this is going to tie in our basting sauce for our chickens very well. And then we have some olive oil, just 1 tablespoon of that. Then we need some honey, because we're going to tie in that sweet goodness. And I give it a little spray. The olive oil should help too. Before I do my 1 tablespoon of honey bear honey. Local Texas honey, y'all. I tell you what, we got the good stuff. I'm not that fond of bees, but I am that fond of honey. And I sprayed my spoon, and like always, all my honey is in the pot, and it is not in my spoon. Genius. So you just give that a little swirl, and that white balsamic vinaigrette has a little kick to it. So between that and the onions, you've got your spice, and then you've got your sweet with your red bell pepper and your corn, and you just toss that up, just like so, and it makes the perfect complement, get back in there, to this Texas Lone Star Cornish game hen chicken dinner. The first pairing to our fabulous Lone Star chicken that is smelling amazing is going to be my honey rosemary carrot. Again, I love my honey. My Texas honey is awesome. They have all kinds of local brands at Whole Foods and other stores too, but Whole Foods just has the best selection here in town. So in with that is going to go 1 cup of low sodium chicken broth, just like that. And then I'm going to sprinkle in 1/2 teaspoon of black pepper. Get that all level. I don't want to kill you with the pepper. I'm going to turn on the heat, give that a stir, and in 10 minutes, we're ready to finish this up. Hey y'all, my carrots are about crisp tender, which is exactly where I want them to be. I'm going to take them out of this chicken broth and just put them right over here to the side in my serving dish. How convenient is that? And then, once I get them all drained out, I'm reserving the liquid. I don't want to pour that out because that's going to make my sauce. I'm going to toss into this liquid 1 tablespoon of honey and 1 tablespoon of rosemary and saute that up for 5 minutes so I can get me a great glaze on these carrots. My honey, rosemary, carrot, and chicken broth is ready to go. just a few minutes on the stove, and I'm using fresh chopped rosemary. I like fresh rosemary. It's just, it's more fragrant than the dried, and with the dried you have to crumble it up and mess with it more. I just rather just chop it on up there. Get that fresh rosemary while it's in season in your fresh veggies. So that is gorgeous. Just toss that on together, and then I'm going to top it with just a sprig of rosemary, and I've got one more beautiful glaze to put on those birds, and they're coming off that grill, and we're going to put them in our tummies. Now that my chicken's been basted, turned, and just loved on by the heat of my grill, it is finally ready to go. It didn't take that long, about an hour on the grill. I temped it. It's at 165 degrees on the inside, so it's a little hot, but that's how we like our chicken, right? So just pull it on off there. I'm going to grab me that bite right there. The chili sauce, the balsamic vinaigrette, the chili powder, everything just comes together so nicely in that chicken. And my honey rosemary carrots, perfect. Tender and delectable. You ain't missing a calorie. You ain't missing a thing in this meal. Let's try this salad. I'm telling you, you serve this to your friends and family, they're going to think you're a genius in the kitchen. All the while, you're taking care of their waistline and their heart. Thank y'all for coming to watch me, and y'all just keep on shaping up, Sugarland.